It is 10 minutes after the hour, 39 degrees in downtown Sylacauga. Laura Heath from Sylacauga Little League joins us this morning. And Laura, we had a little weather delay, but we got it all done Saturday. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. Fantastic opening day for Sylacauga Little League.
I agree. We had a great crowd, despite the weather. And changing the time due to the weather, it was fantastic.
Now let's talk a little bit about the opening ceremonies. There were several people who were honored during the opening ceremonies. I want to talk about that this morning.
Yes, sir. We dedicated our season to Trent Robertson and his memory. His family received a plaque. Trent played all the way from T-ball through Major League and passed away this year, and his family's been a staple of Little League for many years.
Randy Gill, who was a manager in Little League for a long time, and he was a part of it as well.
Yes, Randy is another staple of our league. He loves Little League and has put a lot of time and effort into building our league into what it is. He and his uncle Philip McDaniel were the first ceremonial pitches of the season.
Oh, Randy shows his arm strength. You know, he still got it, you know.
He does.
But it was a beautiful, beautiful day, especially in the afternoon. We got the rain cleared out, and a lot of kids are getting their first taste of baseball for the 69th season of Little League Baseball.
Yes, sir. 69 years, and we want to keep the tradition alive and going.
And what, 4 teams in Little League and what, 4 in the minors? Or
There's
what?
4 in each age division.
Okay. And you see Randy there getting ready to throw out the first pitch. And, you know, many people came. It was jam-packed for the opening ceremonies. That started at 2 o'clock. And then we had the games afterward.
We did, and everybody stayed around and watched our kids play, and it was just a great day.
Yeah.
It was the community was very supportive.
Did you get the concession stand going?
We did, and it was nonstop.
Do you have there you go, Randy's first pitch right there? Who's the guy catching?
That is his cousin. That is Philip McDaniel's son.
Okay.
He was part of the 1989 state championship team that y'all see standing behind Randy up there, and that was one of Randy's players that caught the ball when Randy pitched.
Okay, fantastic. Randy's had some health issues. He's doing better, and we're glad to report that. And you know, when you think about Little League Baseball and you think about opening ceremony, had a beautiful display of the American flag, wasn't it?
Yes, that was absolutely gorgeous. I really appreciate the fire department coming out and having that displayed for our opening day.
So we've got the first weekend under our belts and got action all this week at Richard Winger Park.
We do. We have games tonight. We have games Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, and Challenger League's first game is on Saturday.
Now, do they play, where do they play? What field they play?
Buddy Peters Field.
Okay, all right. Laura Heath, the president of Sylacauga Little League, our guest for a few more minutes this morning. And not all was good news. After a wonderful weekend of opening ceremonies, vandals strike Sunday night.
It did. Sometime between 12 p.m. and 4 p.m. on Easter Sunday, there was what is alleged 2 juveniles that broke into our press box. It looks like they entered through a side window, kicked it in, and then just vandalized, you know, inside the press box, through our scoreboard controller, through the other window, and it was a mess.
Now, anything stolen?
Didn't steal anything, just vandalized.
Wow.
So we got lucky with that, for sure.
Yeah, well, police department involved in the investigation of that, and hopefully we'll get some satisfaction in it. And it's going to take money to replace some of that stuff.
Oh yes, sir, it does. And you know, we've been in the process of renovating the facilities. You know, just maintaining and upgrading a few things that needed to be done. It was time, and so it was a little disheartening considering all the work that we put into it this season.
And we talk about work. It's a labor of love for those volunteers, isn't it?
It is, and it wouldn't be possible without such dedicated individuals that are helping this season. We really do have the best group of volunteers this year.
And we talk about volunteers, we're not talking about just an hour or so.
No, sir. I know we were there till, there's probably about 15 of us there till about 2 a.m. the Friday night before opening ceremonies. I mean, we've had Greg Varner, Dylan Osborne, Clay Vick bring David Johns, bring tractors out with their gas, spend hours upon hours out there doing what needed to be done, along with Joel McCamey and Josh Cantrell. We're so grateful for the fantastic group.
And you had to put down, because it rained a lot.
Right.
And we're fortunate to be able to get the games in. And the infield, we put that absorbent down and it helped a good bit.
Right. And I mean, Greg Varner, I don't know if you saw the little field, but the little field is Greg Varner and Dylan Osborne, Michael Harris, Clay Vick, Blake Heath, Josh Cantrell. They have spent hours upon hours working on the field, along with Jason Bryant and several others.
I saw a story, Laura, last week about a softball game in another state, and umpire didn't get there till late or didn't get there at all, and I think it was the president of the league volunteered to umpire.
Right.
And there was a situation where an irate fan did not like the way they was calling the game. She had to have the mother removed from the field, and the mom was wearing Mother of the Year t-shirt. And so she waited outside for the game to be over and accosted the umpire. And long story short, whether it's there or here, we're going to have to control ourselves. This is a game about kids, right?
Exactly. And honestly, we have very few problems like that. I mean, there's always one in the bunch anywhere you go, but we truly do have a great group of people this year. It's better than it's been in many years.
So with the vandalism that took place, I saw several people post about, they wanted to help. How can people help to defray some of the costs?
They're more than welcome to visit our Facebook page, and we have a link to our Square account. It's like a PayPal, Venmo type thing, and it goes directly into Sylacauga Little League's bank account. They may mail checks in to 1212 West Walnut Street here in Sylacauga. We're out there day and night. I'm there all the time. They're more than welcome to bring by a donation if they would like.
So it's not like you don't have anything to do.
Right.
You're a mother, you got kids are involved in sports, you're a city councilwoman here in Sylacauga, and what drives you to do all this?
Children. I want to make a difference for them. That's what it's about, is making a difference and trying to leave things a little better than I found them for them.
Before we go, a highlight of opening day for you.
Seeing the children all in their uniforms out on that field.
That's
my favorite part.
Yeah.
That's the best part. We had the Challenger League. We had all our teams out there. It was just nice to see them all dressed up, ready to play.
And they're doing their own thing, Some of them paying more attention than others, but all of them got smiles on their faces and having a good time. Opening day of Little League Baseball here in Sylacauga. Laura Heath, the president of the Sylacauga Little League, join us. Laura, always a pleasure, and thank you for coming by this morning.
Thank you for having me.
More Daybreak just ahead. Don't go away.